So it seems that the unfinished, canceled General Tartakovsky, or GT, I'm going to call him for short, General Tartakovsky film on Popeye, the CGI film that was announced back in 2013, 2014, which was canceled by Sony. The animatic, basically the WIP animatic of the movie, in full, has been released online. And a lot of people have seen it, and a lot of people have enjoyed it. And to me, that echoes, the positive feedback that the test footage got almost a decade ago. And here's the thing. I haven't seen it, but I've seen people showing highlights of it, clips of it, that being the animatic. And to me, it looks really good. And from what they're saying, like I said, they're following suit and what other people have said about it, that it is a film that they wish was made. And it was originally supposed to be released by Sony Pictures Animation. This is, I think, in between, in between the rise and their fall and eventual resurrection. Basically, it was like stuck in the middle. And instead of moving forward with it, they decided to tell GT, Tartakovsky, if you will, that they were canceling it because they wanted to focus on the Emoji Movie. And when you hear news like that, even back then and now, yeah, it's probably not the best decision they could have made. Because everybody did not like the Emoji Movie, despite the best efforts and everything, and maybe a decent story. Nobody really liked it. They didn't care for it. And heck, they didn't care for it when it was first announced. So, for the news to come out then and even now that the reason the Popeye film was, canned was because Sony wanted to show more focus and favoritism towards the movie that many have credited almost killed their animation division. It almost killed it until they finally decided, okay, let's do this Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. Let's put these people behind it, the people at Marvel or work at Marvel, people that know what they're doing, and let's go with this animation style, see what happens. And guess what? By getting the right people behind that project, they got a big blockbuster on their hands, a blockbuster that won Best Animated Picture at the Oscars, at the Academy Awards. And now we're on the verge of a sequel, a 2-part sequel, at the end of next year, maybe sooner. But, when you hear about all this, and like I said, you hear the positive feedback people that have seen the leaked animatic of the full movie Popeye have been giving, it makes you wonder if there is a chance for it to come back. Well, somebody here on YouTube that I just watched a little of, I'm trying to find his name, Animatics, basically said at the end of his video, or towards the end of it, that there is talk of trying to bring it back. And if that does happen, the question is who would pick it up. And I think the most logical people to pick up Tartakovsky's GT's movie would be the people that he's been releasing and distributing Hotel Transylvania through, and that's DreamWorks. It's DreamWorks. I think it's DreamWorks or Sony, one of them. Basically through Peacock and Universal. That's who he should probably, I guess you could say, what's the word I'm looking for? He should, focus his direction on, his eyes on, as a potential distributor, if this movie does get, back on its feet, because obviously Tartakovsky is going to hear all the positive feedback that the animatic that's been leaked online is going to get. And it's pretty much, with that positive feedback, it's pretty much going to fuel the opportunity to try to get this project off the ground again. And I think if he looks towards someone like Universal, Peacock, maybe Amazon, I believe one of those two, perhaps even Netflix, I think one of those three, I should say, would be the best choice. Because all three could benefit from a film like this, and both have proven to be, worthy, successful partners for Tartakovsky. They have. And again, from what I've seen, just by the clips people have shown in their discussions about it, I think people overall, will enjoy it if it ever gets finished. In fact, I'm sure if the people at Netflix, at Amazon, at Universal, they're looking at Illumination, if you will, if they're looking at this, DreamWorks as well, they're looking at this, they're like, you know what, people, you can't tell me that either, any one of those places are not talking about the positive feedback that it's getting, the animatic. So you can't tell me they're not considering maybe getting in contact with him, with GT, if you will, and saying, hey, we want to help you bring that Popeye movie to life. We want to do what Sony won't. So I've got a feeling that with all the positive feedback that it's getting, Tartakovsky's Popeye film will see the light of day. It just won't be under the Sony Pictures Animation banner, but somebody else's, either Netflix, Amazon, or Universal. That's just my opinion. I don't think the WBD, Warner Bros. Discovery, and the Warner Animation Group will pick it up, under the studio label, because they want to move forward with stuff that, will be more, I guess, beneficial, more successful, and less, controversial, or less with a rigid history, if you will, tied to it. I don't think they would be the best fit. But then again, I could be wrong. But the three I believe would be the best option would be Illumination, through Universal, DreamWorks through Universal, Amazon, whoever they can partner with, and Netflix. I believe any one of them would be great. And I know people might point out, well, what about Skydance? Skydance could be one. They could do it. Yeah, I'm not saying that Skydance won't do it. You got, despite how you feel about the guy, John Lasseter, I believe, working there. So Skydance is another option too, but, they're just starting out with luck. Skydance Animation's just starting out with luck. Yes, it's gotten some positive feedback, but to me, I think you want to give them a little bit more time, probably get a few more projects under the belt to see what happens. I'm not saying Skydance wouldn't be an option, but the top three, I believe, in my opinion, that would be the best suited would be Universal through Illumination or DreamWorks, Amazon, and Netflix. And that's the reason I say it is because I think they would be able to bring more of a wider range and attention to this movie. Now, if Skydance, a company like Skydance, picks it up for one of the next movie projects, then that's great too. But I don't think anybody's going to want to pay an extra subscription to see the Popeye movie on Apple Plus like they're doing with Luck. They'd rather wait till Luck comes out onto Blu-ray and DVD or digital streaming outside of Apple. So I don't think Skydance would be an option right now. They could be, but I don't think so. I think the more logical options for Tartakovsky would be, Universal through Illumination or DreamWorks, Netflix or Amazon. But those are just my opinions. I could be wrong, but I say this because, like I said, the positive feedback, a lot of people are giving this leaked animatic of the whole movie right now, combined with the positive feedback that the test footage got about almost a decade ago, I think there is a still good chance, especially what Animatics said, at the end of his video, that there's a good chance, what he said at the end of his video, this talk about it probably being revived. I think the positive feedback, the animatic of the whole movie that's been leaked online is getting, is going to help it. It's going to help it in a long way, in a big way. And I believe before you know it, we will see the Popeye movie coming out, because you got to look at it this way. We might be in 2022 right now, but before you know it, 100 years will pass. That's right, 100 years. Popeye will be 100 years old in 1929. Mickey Mouse is going to be 100 years old in 1928, okay? So you got two iconic iconic IPs or franchise characters coming up to the century mark. And on top of that, in 2 years is Popeye's 95th anniversary. Next year is Mickey Mouse's 95th anniversary. Kind of get the idea? Yeah, where I'm going with this? The thing is, I believe one of these options that I've mentioned is going to pick it up and try to release it around the time of the 95th anniversary, if not afterwards, to kind of tie into it. If it's 2025, 2026 they release it, that's fine. But I think one of these three options is going to pick it up. Again, if Skydance comes in and says, hey, we'll do it, then cool. Skydance can do it. But again, I don't think people are going to want to watch the Popeye movie by having to pay a subscription. Hopefully by then, Apple will realize that, hey, we can still get more subscribers, more, viewers on our service if we partner with certain cable distributors. Like HBO Max has partnered with Xfinity and others to say, hey, once you're an HBO subscriber and such, you get HBO Max automatic. Stuff like that. And it's basically part of your cable bill. I think if Apple starts doing something like that, then yeah, they're going to get more people, watching their service. And if if Skydance is to pick up the rights to do the Popeye film, then they'll definitely have more people tuning in to watch that movie. But again, I don't think if Skydance is partnered with Apple right now as one of their main distributors, people are going to want to pay a subscription fee just to see the Popeye film like they're hoping they're doing with Luck, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I think it's going to get picked up. I think with all the positive reaction it's getting right now through the leaked animatic, and combined with that positive reaction to test footage about a decade ago, I think it's going to get a release. I think Tartakovsky's going to have his dream come true. He's going to see this movie he's been passionate about for a while become a reality. It just may not be under the distributor he thought it was originally going to be under. And that's, a fact in my opinion. But let me know what your thoughts are. How do you feel about the future of Tartakovsky's Popeye movie? Who do you think out of the three may get it? And do you think maybe there's a good wild card chance Skydance could get it? Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below. Live chat during the premiere. Like the video. Live chat during the premiere. Super chats and super stickers are open in the live chat during the premiere. Super thanks afterwards as well. Also check me out at BW Rose's Discussion, all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora. Also check me out at Venmo at Brian-Warmer-2 to support me there, along with Cash App at BW Roses 98. Also at my Patreon at BW Roses. Check me out at VENMO at BW Roses for content you can get there, but not on YouTube. And until next, and check out my Teespring store as well. And until next time, guys, I will talk to y'all later. Again, give me your thoughts. Who do you think out of the three may pick it up, or do you think there's a good chance Skydance could swoop in, be that wild card that would pick it up instead? Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll talk to you later.